Surprise vote this week by the elected leaders in charge of overseeing gas and power companies in our state. These four Republicans on the Arizona Corporation Commission all voted yes to allow a power company to build small fossil fuel plants without the need to get an environmental certificate. 12 News journalist Joe Dana covers power and influence for us, the utilities that impact our environment and our wallets. And Joe, this vote broke more than 5 decades of precedents.
This was unusual, not just because it went against how the commission has handled similar cases for decades, but because the commission went against its own line siting committee's recommendation by voting this way. The result is another big win for power companies. As we've shown you over the last year and a half, highly contested issues, 4 Republican commissioners have largely sided with for-profit utilities and against the wishes of consumer groups and environmental advocates. If you want less oversight and what some would call less red tape of power companies, this is a good thing. The commissioners are carrying out that philosophy. Their vote allows the utility, UNSE, to build a collection of small natural gas plants near Kingman without having to get an environmental certificate of compatibility. The utility asked for a waiver by laying out a novel interpretation of state law. The 4 commissioners agree it's about the letter of the law.
I also don't believe this will give the utilities, paraphrasing, free rein to destroy the environment. That's kind of the arguments I was hearing. There's plenty of other checks and balances.
If a utility needs to build a new thermal plant, they just need to do it correctly. We have been doing it the same way for 53 years, and there still has been no articulation as to why it should change or why now.
Opponents say the decision will open a floodgate for other utility companies to build small natural gas plants with less oversight and less pressure to prove the plants are actually needed. Remember, these utilities have the potential to make extra profit by building the plants. Studies show there is less profit to be made for those companies through renewables and customer-sited resources. Natural gas is also a fossil fuel and contributes to climate change. Opponents say utilities should be moving away from these kinds of plants, not adding more. UNSE says they are not trying to subvert the law here by getting an exemption, and they want customers to know they're working to preserve reliable, affordable electricity for their customers. Back to you.